G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Today is June the 8th, 2023. This is a US Japanese yen currency update. On our weekly here, we're in a neutral positioning, so neither long or short positions if you're trading on the lower time frames with the weekly. On the daily, likewise, it's broken down into a neutral after being long for some times, for a few months now. And on the hourly as well, breaking down into a neutral. So avoid taking trades at the moment until we see a bit more clarity in terms of the trend. First off, in terms of the weekly, the moving averages of the price chart and the moving averages of the CCI they're diverging. They're not really going in the same direction, so it's giving us this neutral signal. So there's no bias long or short. On the daily, likewise. It's a bit less obvious in terms of the divergence, but it's giving us a neutral signal. But you'll notice also the price did bounce in the last few days off this key resistance at 140.935. But more importantly, you'll notice here the Fibonacci retracement levels. It's currently hanging around the 50% level at the moment after it bounced off that key resistance area. So we may see further upside, but just hold off until we get a bit more clarity and preferably break above this resistance area before trading on the lower time frames. On the hourly, we did show you this divergence on the CCI versus a bullish divergence on the price chart. And we did have an initial target here at the 38 to the 50% level, and it did hit that level on our last update. And you'll see here there was a secondary target area which we put in at between the 50% and the 61%, and it actually did hit that as well. Now, I'm not saying it's going to continue down because what it's done, it's actually bounced off that 61%. It hovered around there for a while and it bounced up from there, and it may well retrace back to the upside. For this to break below the 61%, that's going to be a very bearish outcome, and we may see some further downside on the US Japanese yen currency. If I zoom out, you can see there are also some back testing. The long back test is the blue, the short back test is the red. You can see they're primarily long positions, and that's where the blue backtest showed some returns until it hit this decline, and that's where it started to average down. We don't use stop losses. Whereas the bearish backtest, because it was going against the trend, that was having a bit of a hit on your drawdown if you were trading that short. So the way to avoid these positions, if you're trading long, for example, the way to avoid going long during that period, as I said in the beginning, you want to trade in the direction of the weekly and the daily. So back when that started declining, that was November 22. You can see there, that was during that decline. There were no long positions on the daily. Likewise, no long positions on the weekly. A couple of short positions on the weekly there, and a few short positions on the weekly there. But again, to be a bit more confident or a better probability of success, try and avoid trading unless the weekly and the daily are aligned. So to understand how to trade this and other trading strategies, reference the links in the description below. Subscribe to my Patreon page where we also do scans of stocks, currencies and commodities. Subscribe, like and share the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in a future video.